What's guys, and welcome back to Moist and Mighty. So today is going to be one of the most important episodes that we have ever done because this must be brought to an end. This is not okay. This has been giving me anxiety for the last few episodes. This is our back warehouse stock situation. Honestly, we should probably be reported to some sort of governing body with the working conditions that we have this poor man living in and working in here. So today we are going to be taking care of all of this. We're going to be optimizing, we're going to be automating, and we're going to be setting ourselves up for success. And it starts with cleaning this place up. Oh my goodness, dude. I cannot tell you how good this feels. Now, we do still have a few things here, but you can see we're now on day 67, and dude, this was a grind. So basically what I was doing is just kind of letting this guy do all the work. We kind of let a lot of stuff out here sell out just so we could kind of get through all of those boxes. Oh wow, we really sold out of everything over here. Bakery's looking a little bit rough. Oh man, our little garlic sticks are some of the last things standing. I'm sorry about that, buddy. But yeah, I was just kind of letting things run. This game, I've grinded so hard. I've got 36 hours on this. I think this is the most I've ever played a simulator. Now, obviously, a lot of that is just kind of like sitting here in the corner, pressing E to end the game and pressing this to open it back up so they could kind of do their thing. But we're finally looking pretty good. So a lot of this stuff here, I don't even know what this is. A lot of the plushies and whatever else. Oh, I must have missed this. All right, well, this is going to be handy. We're definitely going to want this today. So I'll put this down for right now. We're going to be expanding on that. But yeah, so this is kind of all the last leftover stuff here. And we have a finally clean warehouse. This is like extra shelving and stuff. I even placed these all nicely, dude. I worked so hard to make sure that this was all looking good. So I am very excited to finally have a little bit of organization back here in the warehouse, and this might be my favorite episode. I'm really looking forward to this. So looking into the management screen here and kind of how you can automate things and organize things and whatever else, we're definitely going to need to get some new pallet jacks. Eventually I would love to get this pallet robot. So this automatically unloads pallets to the restocking zone. So if we order pallets of things into this, it will take that out and put it here, and then it would be my job to grab one of these things, or hopefully a better one eventually, and be able to move them into this for storage where they're not going to be just piled all over the place. And then that way, like before I was going in and you could see, you know, you've got X number on shelves and you've got like 12 left over in the warehouse. I would try to keep those around like 40 to 50 just to make sure we always had enough extra. But now we're just going to be able to go in. We're going to be able to buy it in lots of 12, I think is typically what it is. No? Okay, some things are more. So apples we can get in lots of 16. Let's go ahead and deliver this to the dock, and it delivers it right back here. So now what we could do, kind of our future workflow would be to take all of this, put this over here, and he should come and grab this unless our apple, yep, look at that. So we've got like nice, tight boxes here, and we don't have to do as many orders, and most importantly is we never have to look at this thing again. We could sell this thing if we wanted to, but we're not going to make deliveries up front. We're just going to be able to do all the stuff back in the back because we're going to be ordering in bulk. Because the problem is, let's say I'm going to order 3 of these things. If I buy this and send it to the dock, I think we got to close this thing so the next truck can pull up here. This is super inefficient because you've got a little partial pallet, so we could grab this and pull it out, or you can grab stuff individually, but then like what do you do with this? And like you put this down, this really, I guess I got to grab it with the pallet jack, right? This isn't really going to last very long, so you end up putting it here, and it just, then you're going to constantly have to reorganize it, and then every time your pallets are empty, if we come over here and we just take these things off, then you've got pallets laying all over the place. You got to pick these up, you got to recycle them. So it's just, it's been kind of a mess. We've had to use the dolly, we've had to deliver stuff out front, and we're not going to have to do that anymore, which is going to be amazing. Now, the first thing we need to do is definitely expand this place. We've got a lot of money, dude, $47,000 from just kind of letting all of our inventory sell out. So we're going to come in, let's go management warehouse. We're going to purchase, I would say, I mean, I don't want to go too crazy, but I do feel like we need quite a few expansions. Let's go through expansion number 5 and look at the, oh, we get a second dock. I didn't realize that. Oh, so we're just going to keep expanding this way. This is going to be massive. Now, the other thing that's a big one. I don't know where we purchase it from. Is it going to be probably furniture? Pallet racks. These are going to be $500. So how many of these can I get in a single thing? You can get 6 at a time. So I'm going to get 2 stacks of pallet racks for $6,000. We've got these things on the way right now, dude. I'm so excited. Automation and like organizing things and building systems and stuff. I'm a nerd for this kind of thing. So I'm really excited for this. But now we're going to be able to take these things out. We're going to be able to start setting these things up so we can make rows and rows and rows of items and hopefully have spaces for everything. What are we looking at here for warehouse expansions? It's going to cost us, I mean, we can only do 3 more. I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. Now, thinking about this process, like if we pull this thing off the truck and we want to get this into a slot, I feel like we should probably have these facing a different direction. These should be like, well, no, because then if we're expanding this way, we're going to want it horizontal. This guy is really annoying. I guess we're going to have to have spaces in front of these. Because like the thing is we're going to want to be able to pull something off of the truck and then be able to run it through here to be able to get to the deeper storage solutions. I mean, how tight can we go through here? I guess we could test that. If I move this and it's like one square over, are we going to be able to fit through there? We can. Obviously, that's not ideal. I can move the entire thing later if we need to. Okay, so I'm going to do 1 square over for now. And then as we get enough money to be able to really expand, we can make that a little bit nicer so we aren't feeling the squeeze as much. But if we have these like this, we could definitely fit 4 of them. I mean, this guy's going to be in the way for the middle one, but at least that's kind of a start. But we're definitely going to want kind of a space there. So I'm going to do a little bit bigger of a square here. Maybe we call it 2 squares on this one. So we've got hallways and then we've got access on both sides. And obviously this is going to get a lot easier as time goes on. I'm going to move this guy out of the way. Let's go get this guy over here. Get him out of the way. Get this guy here. I feel like we don't really need that much space on these over here because I don't know how much we're going to be using dock number 2. If we could fit another one in there, that'd be great, but I don't think we're going to be able to. Really appreciating the grid floor system right here. Oh gosh, this is going to get chaotic. Are we going to be able to get by this? I'm sure we will be able to, but yeah, this is going to be good. It's going to be a work in progress. I'm hoping we have enough slots to be able to get to, have a pallet for every product that we have, but we might not have that availability. And then we also have to make sure that we're saving enough money that we can actually buy the product that we're going to have to buy. But this, I mean, it looks a little haphazard right now. Eventually, when we have enough space and we can have everything super spread out, that's where it's going to get really nice. And we could kind of work around these poles and stuff. But for right now, this is at least kind of a start. I feel like we could get at least another set here. So we were doing 1 square over. It's just short of that. So we can get one here. We could get one next to that right here. And we could probably do at least 1 or 2 more lines over here. Okay, the vision is starting to come together. So I want you guys to imagine this is 5 times the space. But look at this. You walk in here. You've got access to all of your deliveries. You could just kind of walk down these alleys, pick up all the things. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So we've got apples here. We could just go down the list. So I'm going to add, let's do a few of them. The thing is I don't think we can access higher shelves. And this really isn't that bad. Like, it's going to be expensive the first time around to get everything filled, but I feel like we've got a pretty good setup going here. So I'm going to buy these things: cereal, coffee beans, flour, cane sugar, and lemon. We're going to send this not to the storefront. That would have been really, really sad. Going to send these back to Dock 1. Grab our handy dandy dolly. We're going to wait for this over here. Dude, the fact that we don't have to go like 3 boxes or 4 boxes at a time to be able to pick this stuff up is insane. It looks like the delivery is just as fast as waiting on the truck to come out front. So if we take these, we can just kind of start setting these up along the bottom sides of everything. These things come in here. We pick these up. I'm not going to get too crazy about the organization inside the warehouse, although technically that probably wouldn't be a bad idea. I wonder if it, well, no, because if it stays there, there's no way you're going to be able to get new items on there. You're going to have to replace these all eventually anyway. So right now, unfortunately, we only have access to the floor level of all of these items. Get these lemons in here. Perfect. All right. So send this thing back off. Look at this. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 levels of these that we can't even access. And I think That's where some future equipment is going to come in, and that's, again, I'm trying to be careful here because I want to buy the cool stuff, but I also don't want to get in a place where we can't buy inventory, and that puts us in a really bad spot. So if we go to warehouse equipment, we've got the pallet jack. We can also get the electric pallet jack. We can get the forklift, allows you to lift and transport heavy pallets efficiently. The reach truck allows you to handle pallets on high warehouse racks, but we're going to have to get to expansion 10 for that. I feel like this might be a mistake, but I feel like I'm going to purchase the forklift. We're just going to go for it. The vehicle's going to be delivered to Dock 1. Oh my goodness, dude. We're going to have a forklift here. I don't know who trusted me with this, and also I just realized that forklift might not have the efficiency to be able to get through here, but we'll see what happens. We might be changing things here in a minute. Oh my goodness, dude. This is amazing. Okay, so we can drive this. We can raise our forks. I think this is going to get us up to the third one, but this is definitely not gonna fit in there. Okay, let me back this thing back up. Can I get out of this thing? Okay, perfect. Let's we're gonna have to reorganize this already, Trev. I kind of saw that coming, but that's fine. So I say I think we're gonna have to take out at least one row here. So let's take this row out. It's not gonna let us repack them. Okay, that's fine. What we're gonna do is just put these along the back side here. Other boxes I think we can repack, and even some of the other like furniture, like shelving and stuff like that, but I don't see typically, like if I take this fridge, if I put this out here, I could put it here and then I can pack it back up. It's not going to let us do that with the huge forklift. Dude, that is so satisfying right there. I love that. But yeah, it's not going to let us do that with not the forklift, but these giant shelves. So we're just going to have to put them along the back wall and pretend like we didn't scale a little bit too fast. But I'm hoping we're going to be able to buy more expansions today, and hopefully we could continue just kind of doing our thing. So let's get this one. Oh boy. Trev. This never fails. I didn't think about the size of the forklift, dude. How was I supposed to think about that? All right. So what we're going to do, let's get these guys all the way down here. We're going to need to pull this off of the thing a little bit. So let's get these guys like maybe lined up halfway here. Technically, we don't need access to this side because we're going to be able to access that there. So, I mean, that works for right now. I'm going to line these up against this pole because we're going to have to access them from the other side anyway. So if we go with something like this, move this guy off the pole a little bit. I like all our little construction tape and stuff, or like the hazard tape or whatever you want to call it. So we've got those there, and then we could get this guy lined up with that. Get this pallet jack out of here. Not going to need this. And I guess one of these is going to have to go against that back wall too. Okay, it's a little bit janky right now, but we're going to be fine. Let's move this guy over here, which means we can move this guy over a little bit. I mean, technically, lining these up doesn't really matter right now. I'm still going to try to do it. It's still going to look just awful, Trev, but you're going to be fine. So we get that guy here. We probably need to make like big areas where we could turn around with the forklift and stuff, but if we put that guy there, now we should be able to maneuver around everything, and we're going to be able to put stuff into the slots that they need to be. Oh, wow. This thing is, you know, it's a little unsightly. What was our other, it's a reach truck, so you're still going to drive it. I was going to say, I feel like something you drive with your hand, you can maneuver a little bit better, but that's okay. So let's start by getting this thing out of the way, and then we're going to continue on. Lemons were the last thing that we got, I'm pretty sure. So we're just going to start adding everything that we can, and we're going to have to start getting these things into the lower shelves first, and then we're going to worry about everything afterwards. Oh, and this is nice. It tells you the max capacity on a pallet, so we can go to 14 on the long grain rice, 14 on the mac and cheese, 12 on the sunflower oil. So if we just put one thing in there, we can update the total after each one. 22 fruit yogurts. My goodness, dude. We're not going to have to refill a lot of these things in a really long time. I mean, I'm a little worried we're going to get to a point where we run out of money, or wait, we have too many fruit yogurts. I think rice and milk, or rice and fruit yogurt spilled over there. Let's do eggs and chips too, just so we end on an end cap there. So we got 22 eggs and 12 chips. I'm a little bit worried we're going to run out of money. It's not going to be the end of the world. If we're out of some stuff for a little bit, that's going to be fine. So let's send all of this to Dock number 1, and then we can move on to the next ones, and we're going to send another shipment to Dock number 2. Like if we were smart, we would do like half pallets or something like that, but to be honest, I just don't want to deal with that, because then that's a lot more trash that we have to deal with and stuff. So I'd rather be sold out of stuff for a couple of days if we have to let stuff sell, and then we can eventually get to where we need to be. Oh, this is going to be a really expensive one. Yeah, we, okay. It's going to take a while to get us to where we need to be, but that's fine. So we're going to back this down to $5,000 and we're going to be able to send this to dock number 2. Perfect. Okay, so for the bottom stuff, a little bit easier to wield this thing, so we'll just do this thing is quick. My goodness, I'm used to these things in like Lowe's and Home Depot and stuff. They're really not very easy to, or IKEA, they're not very easy to maneuver, but this thing is quick on its feet. So we're just gonna start placing these things down. I'm assuming that our friend is gonna start working on this stuff. I would hope, unless he's already, oh, yep, there he goes. Oh, I forgot we can start painting and stuff, but I'm more, oh, you can just push that. I think he pushed that thing. But this is perfect. So this game has now shifted. Instead, like, I started as a cashier and we were doing a little bit of dolly work. And then we got to the point that we were more focused on expanding and we were kind of managing stuff a little bit better and you know, expanding the store out and decorating and whatever else. And now we're at the point where we're pretty much a warehouse manager. Obviously, we're going to wear all the hats here. And I do kind of feel like if we get big enough, if we could only use this, that would be so much more. Like if we only kept things on the bottom level, that would be a lot more efficient. But for right now, we're just going to keep ripping. The dream would be to get it so that there's like a whole rack is all the same item and then you just never have to refill anything. That would be amazing. Okay, we've got chips coming in a later delivery, so we can wait on that. And look at this. What do you know? I don't know how I got one thing of carrots there, but your boy's got a second loading bay and a second truck that's come in. And honestly, I feel like we could just kind of start throwing some stuff willy-nilly. We can just be as crazy as we want with this, which will be really nice. If he can still reach those, which I'm sure he'll be able to. I don't know how you ended up where you are. I really don't like that. All right, so that's it for that one. I must have messed this up. We're gonna bring this over here. Let's just put that thing over in the corner. He can deal with that later. We'll park this here and we can throw this thing away. I do want to see at least one thing. So if we go control here. Have you guys seen the warehouse accidents where somebody knocks, like, it's like Amazon stores and stuff, and they knock one thing over, one giant oh. Do I have to space to put it on there? Okay. And then we're going to be able to raise the forks. But yeah, they knock one of these things over and it just causes a train reaction like dominoes. I feel like that is pretty much what I'm destined for here. Let me see. I'm going to try getting it on this one here. Obviously, more space when we have more time would be great. But if we put this thing in here, put it like that. Oh my goodness. And he's still... I'm assuming he's going to have no problem grabbing from that. Can we grab from this? We can't grab from it, but I hope he can. So, dude, I see the vision here. We're just going to need a little bit of money. So I'm going to fire this thing back up. Let's get things back open. And we are entering a brand new era, dude. Even with the chaos right now, even with it not properly organized and all this stuff going on, like, this makes me feel so good. This is so much better than what we were dealing with. Dear customers, I do apologize. We are kind of limping right now. We will get things back under control. I know a lot of our shelves are looking a little bit empty, but I promise we will be there in due time. I also feel really bad for this guy, dude. He's got nothing going for him. A lot of people are, oh, well, okay, they're still buying stuff. I was going to say, a lot of people are coming in, not finding what they want. He's just replacing one scone at a time, and he has nothing to bake. So I promise, bro. Jesse, we're going to let you cook here in no time. Let's see. We do have a new day here. I always like to see if we have any good new hires. 103, 129 isn't bad. 114, 126. That might take somebody's spot. 114, 126. 119, 119. I mean, that's, I like JV on here. We're going to keep him. I do feel bad, bro. Like, there is no loyalty for me. When I was doing, like, in the intro, when we did, like, the clap and cleaned everything up, we jumped, like, 8 days or something like that. Like, it took a long time. It was actually really nice. I sat here and I was doing, like, tax stuff and, like, coding and saying what was what. You know, is that food? Is that travel? Whatever else it is. So I just sat here for, like, 3 hours today and just, like, letting this thing play, looking over at this screen, closing the store, reopening it, etc. So it was a productive day all around. But every day I would come in here and check to see for new employees, and we let somebody go that was with us from the beginning. So I do feel bad. I wish I could, you know, bring them up with me. But at the same time, if you're not improving, we're improving. Look at this. Everything about this place is improving, and you are going to be held accountable, sir. Javion. So make sure you keep doing your job, otherwise you could be replaced. Okay, so it's about a day later, and dude, I hate to say it, but I do think that we're going to have to be a little smaller We're going to have to lower our sights and expectations a little bit here. We've got to get at least one of everything because we've got to get people in the store and buying things. So I do think that we are going to have to, we're going to have to get individual things here so that we can make that happen. It's $2,400 just to get one of everything. So we're going to send all of this to the storefront, dude. That freaking hurts. We probably should have prioritized the bakery because he is definitely struggling. So let's get at least one of these out there. And I think we're just going to have to kind of work in tandem with our workers here. Obviously, our goal is to build up a bankroll to be able to just order the pallets, but it was going to take way too long if that's literally all we were doing. So we're going to go back to the old ways here, just one item at a time, trying to build up the bankroll. My goodness, this is going to be a lot of work. I feel like we're on the cusp of something great, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many things I want to do in this game, and I really want to prioritize this because it's going to make everything else that we do easier. We just don't quite have the bankroll. Like, I really want to branch out into some other types of products, and I've seen comments that I guess music is one of the best things we can go into, which is great, but we need the money to be able to expand the shop. We also need the money to be able to buy the licenses. We need to be able to buy all the furniture that the music items go on, and then we need to be able to buy the product. So with all of that, I mean, that's, you know, days and days of grinding and waiting for that. So I was like, hey, let's really kind of lock in. Let's focus on making sure that everything we're currently doing is the best we can possibly do, and then from there we're going to start making a ton of money and we could start branching out into other things, which is still the right idea. It's just, it's going to be a little bit more of a slow burn than I thought, bro. We spent 50 racks on all this stuff. I would venture to say I think buying the forklift was a little bit early. I didn't realize it was going to be that bad. Can we hold on a second? Are you going to let me pack this thing back up in a little box? Put a little bow on it? Nope. Gonna say, if we could put that in the recycling bin, because you do get paid for your, like our fridge here. We don't need this fridge right now. We could get paid 240 bucks for that. I'm not gonna do it because we'll use this eventually, and it's worth more than that. But yeah, we kind of got finessed on that. I didn't realize how quickly this money was gonna go, but that's fine. You know, that's all learning. Or you know, we have assets. It's not like that forklift is going anywhere. We're gonna need it eventually. We just kind of pre-bought it, and we're a little ahead of our britches there. I tell you what, this stalker, he has gotta hate his life, dude. He's gonna be working so hard. I think we're gonna have to buy some extra restockers. That's, you know, when we get to a certain point, that's gonna be necessary. For right now, I think we're gonna be fine, but okay, is that... You're good? You can get out of here? Okay, we're gonna have the bakery stuff coming in next. Yeah, right here. Good to see you. Appreciate you. I'm the one with the starving, nearly failing grocery store that we've been working at for 68 days. Dude, 2 months of in-game time here. It's gonna be so worth it. Once we finally have this really, truly set up, it's gonna be so nice. I love the bakery items because they fit so perfectly. You get a full stack of 6 items because they're kind of short. It's all based on the height of the stuff. You can see here it exceeds height limit. So we could get 3 boxes there, or we can get 6 bakery trays, which is pretty clutch. And I will say, one of the things I really love is whenever they're taking this stuff and they're restocking with it, when they run out of a box, they do throw it away, which is a big deal. I can't even imagine trying to manage the recycling and waste that comes out of this. Oh, he's still going back and grabbing stuff off the pallets too. Okay, I see you, big dog. But this is pretty good. So technically, we're gonna have 1 of every grocery item, 1 of every bakery item, and 1 of every toy item once we order the toys as well, which means everyone's gonna be firing at full force. All of our customers are gonna be able to buy whatever they want for a limited amount of time. We're probably gonna have to do multiple trips of this. Our baker's going to be able to work. Our restocker is going to be absolutely drained, but we should be making a little bit more money too. So I'm curious about that. I'm curious to see what our day tomorrow looks like. Although technically, I think we're still going to be selling out of stuff. So it just kills me, dude. It was looking so good in there for a second, and now we're back on our same BS, back at the same way. We got another freaking pile of boxes here, but at least we know that all of these should be completely taken care of if we give him enough time. And here's our final set of bakery items. That looks good. Appreciate you, buddy. You're going to be coming right back here in no time. So we'll put this here, do a little stop. Oh, nope, I didn't mean to do that, but that's fine. Do a little stop off here. I was going to check. Shoot, that's actually pretty bad. Do we have anybody good in here? $99, you're hired. Rebecca, welcome to the early shift. I don't think you're going to like this job, but good luck. Okay, so we've got a second restocker now. We're going to come in. We're going to go toy and candy, and I actually think a lot of these we should have a decent amount in here. I guess these two we don't, but I had purchased, we only have one thing that we have stuff in there. I had purchased crates of these before just because they're so ridiculous to move around because they're all such big boxes, but it looks like we had already sold out of those, which makes sense because we did leave the store alone for like 9 days. But okay, we're going to send all this to the storefront as well. And that's going to be at least one of every item in the store. Look at this, bro. I just look at how big these toy boxes are. You can get 2 boxes. This is what I've been doing. Like, we are 69 days in. Hey, yo, hello, beautiful, love that. But 69 days into this, and this is how I have refreshed this store up until now. We are so close to not having to do that. It just brings a tear to my eye. We're getting there. It's just going to take a little bit more time. Oh my gosh, dude. I kind of love it though. Like, I love the grind. This has been the grindiest game we've ever played. And I love that, like, we're watching him over at the bakery as she comes out of there, as we're wheeling stuff in. We are a 6-man team now. Trevor can't do math. That's 5 people. We've got a cashier, we've got a baker, and we've got 2 restockers as well as ourselves. So yeah, 5-man and woman team. Well, wait, no, we have 2 restockers right now. So yeah, we're good. 5-man team in the morning and then 6 at night. Or 6 in the morning and 5 at night. The problem is we hire her and now we're paying her another $100 a day, which in the grand scheme of things is not that much. But for right now, when we're trying to save every penny we can so that we can buy more things and get them on shelves, it is going to end up adding up a little bit. Tell me we can get all these, please. Oh my goodness, dude. Okay, I'll take this last one by hand then. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate you as always. And so that is another grind right there that we just completed. And guess what? We're probably just going to have to immediately turn around and do that again because it's not like we're going to have enough money to be able to do what we need to do right now. We got to keep grinding here and keep things on the shelves. But I do kind of want to see what another day looks like here. So let's just go for it, bro. We're going to open this up. And let's see what day 69 has to offer. And we're back. So a full day has passed here at Moist and Mighty. Let's see how this stock is looking. Bakery's not good, but that's mainly because the baker wasn't really working. He only works in the morning, so he's got a lot of stuff back there for the next day. It looks like stock is looking pretty good. We're missing some soap. I mean, we could order individual things. That would really, honestly, probably be the play. So if we go through, let's order this. Let's order all of these guys. These might, I mean, they sold out or we just missed them before. Anything that's getting low, we're just going to go back to the old way of doing things. We're sold out of carrots. We're sold out of tomatoes. We're going to get all the fruits here. I know it probably looks a little bit weird. I did change my shirt. I think I told you guys, I don't know if it was this series or another series, but Chelsea and I have recently started doing like 3-mile walks or at least 3 miles. It's kind of the goal is that or more, but did that earlier tonight. Wore a sweatshirt this time so my hands wouldn't get cold. You guys were flaming me about that. I know 46 degrees isn't really that cold, but it is cold for Florida. But yeah, with the sweatshirt I was just sweating a little bit more. We cruise, bro. We're hitting like a 14-30 mile or something like that. It's meant to be like easier zone 2 cardio. It's not meant to be a run. We run too, but just kind of a little movement at the end of the night. So I think that looks pretty good there. Let's go ahead. We're going to order this and we're going to end the day. So it looks like we did pretty well here. I don't know. This is taking out $5.95 in supply cost too. So we had a $4,100 day there, and that was with half of the day not having stock and not having everything that we need in the bakery. So that's actually really, really solid. Where did I put, I can hear the oven turning on there. Where did I put my dolly? This is starting to look a little bit better already. They're starting to cruise through that. And I feel like we could probably, where did I put the dolly, dude? We could probably look into firing the second morning restocker just to save some money, but we're not going to do that yet because we've already got her hired for today. What did I do with the dolly? Oh, it's right here. So you were holding on to the dolly. Come on, girl. All right, let's go get this fixed up here. Let me start grabbing a bunch of packages, and then we can open up the store once we have a few going, because they're just going to slowly kind of fill this up over time. Bunch of new stuff for you there. Appreciate you guys. I love that I feel like I'm really a part of the team here. Like, I like to moan and complain at them, but I really do appreciate all the work that they do. Look at our baker hard at work over here, resetting everything. Oh, he's got those little triangle things. He's going to grab the next things out of the oven. I am really curious how he does it. I hope he puts 2 new items in here? He does. Okay, he's pretty smart. I was going to say, if he's only doing one thing at a time and you know, doubling the time that it takes to be able to get it done, he's just being lazy and he's not worth the hours that we pay him, but he's doing a pretty good job. Let's go ahead and get this thing open. Can't be holding the dolly to be able to do that. And all right, we've got another day coming in here now with a little bit better stock situation, but really I think what we're gonna have to do is what you just saw. I think we're gonna have to go through every day, continue buying individual stock and ordering it out front until we get to the point that we have enough money that we can keep expanding this and keep buying the full pallets. And that's the thing, bro, that's only one piece of the puzzle here, because then from that we're gonna have to get the money to be able to expand. I don't even know if I want to look at that. Growth 4,200, 5,100, 6. I mean, once we get to the point that we have our inventory back here set up, it's gonna be smooth sailing. We just have to wait for the money to start printing, but getting there is gonna be the hard part. But once we have that set up, we're going to be able to really aggressively expand. I swear, it's like I've been saying this for probably 4 episodes now. Like, I do feel like we are really at the cusp of, you know, we're right at the very ridge. We're about to cross the peak of the mountain here, but it's just taken a little bit of time, dude. It's going to take a lot more grinding. So hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm still loving this game, man. I really am. This thing has gotten us through. Like, it was kind of a weak couple of weeks with releases and things like that, but I do feel like with Steam Next Fest, there are a bunch of demos on a play, so we're going to start and continue playing some demos. And we also, I mean, like, MLB is just around the corner, and there's some actual decent releases in March, so it was kind of a slow start to the year, but I'm really excited about what's to come. I'm still down to play this. I'm really enjoying this. I will say it is getting aggressively hard to make episodes, because it's just a lot of playing in between. So I'm gonna see what I can do. I at least want to see it out. I want to continue with this. I want to continue the expansion here. I want to be able to get upstairs. So we'll see what we can do, but we just need to find a way to make a little bit more money. And unfortunately, I think the answer to that is more products. And we got to wait for time for more products, because we've got to continue stacking up cash. So we'll see what happens. But as long as you guys are enjoying and supporting this, I'm totally down to keep playing it, even if it is like 3 or 4 times more playing off screen than it is on. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Catch you all later. Peace out.